Hello. No one's here yet. Chat's not here yet. I'm just saying hello for posterity. Excuse me while I rub my eye. We are currently in Cologne, Germany. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for watching. We're currently in Cologne, Germany, and it's time once again to sign badges. I've got to sign about... How many do I get signed?
There's like 200 for one and then...
400 for the other,
yeah.
and then I still need 400 for the next one. I still have to sign...
Over 1,000.
Yeah.
A couple thousand.
Maybe 2. I think about 2 before I'm done with all this. So, long way to go.
When are we gonna wear our tracksuits?
Whenever, right? That's cool.
Important question.
Go to bed. It's 9 in the morning. Thank you very much. I have slept for far too many hours as it is already. You know, it's still funny because people are like, people are still surprising me. Like, wait, you're on tour?
How?
You're in
How
Europe?
Can you possibly?
How can you possibly not know? Yeah.
People are like annoyed by how much you talk about it.
Yeah. The first signed of the day. Very lovely. Very lovely. Let's see. Feeling fine. It's amazing how long this sickness has been lingering. I thought it would have been like all dead and gone by now, but I'm still coughing up some stuff and still snotting up some stuff, so it's amazing just how long it's been around. Oh well, what can you do? Let's see. Have you seen Black Panther? No, I have not. Haven't had the chance. It came out just after we left for Europa. So we'll see it when we get back. Let's see. When's the next game? I don't know. Whenever I get back. You know, why are you guys so concerned? Actually, the next game was yesterday, so if you haven't been paying attention. Actually, I'm not surprised about that. That's not a reflection on anyone. YouTube is actually completely broken at the moment.
Sure.
There's this funny, lovely bug where if you post a video right now on YouTube, it doesn't matter who you are, it won't be posted to your channel. Like if you go to the channel and look for it in the video section or in your sub feed, it just doesn't exist. The only way to get to it right now is from suggestions and notifications for like the first 24 hours of every video. And you know how like the first 24 hours of a video are only the most important part of that video's life cycle. So it's just it's incredible what lovely features are being put through YouTube at the moment. So if you've been like, wow, not a lot of my favorite creators have been uploading content lately, it's like, well, about that. They have been. It's just that no one can get to it, oddly enough. Let's see. Now I'm in the UK. No, I'm not in the UK. I'm in Germany. Germany now. Germany.
For the next, what, 3 days?
2 days.
Today, is Oslo's Germany, right? Berlin? No, Oslo's Norway.
Yeah, Oslo's Norway.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Well, that's only immortalized on the internet.
Cool.
Let's see. The tour has been going well so far. Oh, you think that's a shot glass? Man, perspective must be playing tricks on you. This is the world's biggest shot glass. If this is a shot glass, what is this, a 6-ounce shot? I love me some shots. Let's see. Is Amy feeling better? No. The opposite. Amy is feeling worse. Amy is in the thick of the sickness.
Ooh.
So she is dying. But thankfully she doesn't have to go on stage. So that's nice. So she can rest and relax as much as she needs. Come back to Dallas? Maybe someday in the future, but for this tour is not coming back. Wasn't Dallas our first one? No, Dallas was our second one. It was Houston. Or was it?
I don't remember.
I think Houston was the first one. Can't remember. Well, whatever. Let's see. Come to Virginia, asshole. Compelling argument you make. I'm assuming you're the representative of Virginia. Given that your argument is super compelling, I don't think we'll ever go to Virginia. I think that's only fair. You, as the self-proclaimed dignitary who is in charge of Virginia's tourism board, I'm not even going to go to Virginia in a casual sense because, well, why would I go to any place that doesn't treat me with some sort of respect? And I can only assume that every member of Virginia is the exact same as you. So I'm sorry to say I will never be going to Virginia. And as of this moment, I will never even utter the word Virginia again. Even if a person is named thusly.
They're dead to you.
They are dead to me. Let's see. Which city has been the best tour destination so far? It's hard to say. Cause I don't know. Right now I think Paris has been
The best show or the best?
No, just overall visit
I
and
liked
show.
Paris and Tilburg was cool, actually.
Yeah, Tilburg being our first show. That was our first introduction to the wondrous world, and we actually got to wander around a bit more than we do most places. Paris was really nice. I actually really enjoyed walking around Paris and doing some people watching and just seeing the
beautiful
city.
women.
The beautiful women, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Amy was just
I
marveling.
couldn't believe it.
Amy was just marveling with Catherine. I would catch them both just being like, oh my God, do you see that woman going by?
They're all so beautiful. Did you notice when we walked by, it was like we turned the corner somewhere, and it was like a leather goods purse type shop, like handbag shop. Did you see? And there were three people, like one guy and a couple, like a young woman and an older woman, all in black turtlenecks.
Oh.
And they we accidentally made eye contact, and they gave me this nasty look, and it was like, what I would assume was the most Parisian experience someone could have. And one of them was just like holding a handbag, and they were all just like studying it in like an empty room. It was incredible.
I don't recall that ever happening, but then again,
I might have dreamed it.
You
I
seem
think I
to
was
have
starting to
had-
get sick at that point.
Yeah, you just kind of like fever dreamed Paris all into one condensed experience. Not to say that like the show at Paris was the best.
I thought that was a great show.
It was a great show, but it's hard to determine what the best show is. Admittedly, no, that was an incredibly funny show. Just because like I started to get super sick then, and my voice was completely gone, so we were just like, let's just go ham with this show. I don't care what happens, just every idea, put it on the table, just leave it all on the floor. And I have to say, like, that probably was our most cohesive show. I cracked up the guys laughing at the end of the show just because I have this ending song and dance number that I have to sing, but I didn't have a voice, so it was just like, oh, what a show, where there's bad and but there's, and they didn't expect it at all, so it was super funny. Makes me wish we would have recorded these shows.
Right?
But that didn't happen. Oh well. How have the differences of humor been in Europe? Not really all that bad. All things considered, I guess anybody that comes to a show would already have the type of humor that we as a group find funny in mind going into it. So the language barrier hasn't actually been all that difficult to breach. Admittedly, though, we've only done three shows in places that don't speak English natively.
I think today will be interesting because I think today is like the most removed from English
Yeah,
we've had.
because we're in Cologne, Germany at the time.
There's no English.
And who knows, yeah. I mean, some of them speak English, obviously.
But I mean like, as far as like getting around the city and stuff, there's very little English.
Yeah. So, we shall see what happens. But I think it's the same situation. Like, most of the people that would be watching us would be Germans that speak English and already are saturated in my off-brand of humor. And so, here we go. Will there be a translator? No. Let's see. How are the others doing? Amy, what's your read on the others' status?
I think they're all holding up.
They're all holding up,
I think.
as far as we can tell. We haven't killed each other yet. There hasn't been a coup d'etat for power yet. If there was a coup d'etat, would they try to rebel against me, or would they try to rebel against like Carla or something?
Probably Carla.
Or Phil.
Never.
Never Phil.
Well, unless like, because you don't exactly have much power in terms of the tour, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're just as in the lurch as anyone. So I don't know like what power they'd be trying to take from you,
Yeah.
unless it's within the show itself.
Yeah. Well, actually, technically speaking, I do call most of the shots that need me to call them.
That's true.
And if anyone needs someone to weigh in, that usually is me.
That's fair.
So technically, I'm like a monarch, right?
Right.
Like, I get to do all the fun stuff, and I have to attend all the ceremonial bullshit. But
You don't actually.
I
make
like
the
most of
decision.
the time I'm not making the decisions, but if there's ever
You're the
like
figurehead.
a problem, I can wade in being like, I'm going to decapitate the person that isn't going to make a decision here, and then I come in there. So technically
That's actually exactly what it is.
technically speaking, I am the king of the tour. Much like I am the king of several other dynasties, I'm the king of this tour. Hence why I have to sign all these badges.
The kingly duty.
A kingly. And yes, if you were interpolating, that makes you all my peasant subjects. So bow down before your king and ask for your daily dose of bread. Maybe I shall give it to you if I'm feeling noble enough. Indeed, buddy. Oh yeah, I did hear about the Five Nights at Freddy's super custom night thing. I'm not sure how that's gonna go down, but I'm more than happy to put on the crown again and beat that son of a
Could you
bitch.
build like a randomizer or something? You know what I mean? Like spin a wheel.
For what?
Because isn't it like you pick which characters?
Oh.
I don't know. That's the only picture I've seen is like that image with like everyone.
I don't know.
You build a wheel and then you have to put those people in.
I mean,
right?
I suppose that would work. I mean, there has to be a way that there's a 20 every 20.
Well, that's what I saw people tweeting at you. They're like.
There has to be like, because
Yeah.
it's like what, a 4x16 grid of every character in existence. Like there has to be a way to do that 20 mode. And by God, I'm going to try. I'm going to do it. I mean, I've been able to do all of them so far, so why not this one? My feeling is that, like, he wouldn't put out a mode that wasn't beatable, right? In some aspect. He hasn't...
I mean, has he himself beat them?
I have no confirmation on that, whether Scott Cawthon has been able to beat it. But he may have, like, I don't know. He may, like, know impossible from possible based on, like, whether or not he gets a certain distance from it or whether he theoretically knows, because he's got to know the numbers, right? So there's got to be some way to kind of like determine. But with that many people, it just like, it might just be a memorization trick of like what you do in response to every individual animatronics prompts, and then it's just like a huge memory test. And that's just like that's like an absurd thing of reflexes right there. But with enough training, with enough time, could definitely happen. But who knows? When the time comes, I shall persevere. Does King Markiplier speak French?
Let's hear it.
Oh, oui, oui. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Eau de toilette? Baguette Eiffel Tower. La Révolution. Sacre bleu. All that stuff. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad I could. I always like to impress the masses with my incredible language skills. Once I get back, though, one of the things that I am going to be hitting super hard is Korean. I haven't been able to study with my mom again for a while now, and it's getting to me because I was making such good progress, and then just all of this tour got in the way. Like, don't get me wrong, I love doing the tour. I love going around the country and seeing all these fans coming from like extremely diverse places and like seeing these cultures, and I love, you know, the fact that there's so many people out there all across the world that would be willing to come out and see us in person. I love that, and it's something that I'd never take for granted. But at the same time, it throws a wrench in life. Yeah, it does throw a wrench in life. It removes me from the ability to make videos like on my own time, and it removes me from the ability to live my life in my own way. And especially considering traveling seems to always curse me with some sort of a sickness, I am of the mind that there needs to be some semblance of balance. But we all knew that this was going to be rough from the get-go. Like, it was an ambitious plan to not only tour for 2 weeks in January, but then immediately follow that up with a 3-week tour in February. We knew that it was going to be nightmarish. And we knew that it was going to be a lot of stuff, but it's to the credit of the guys, and it's to the credit of the team, and it's to the credit of you guys for just coming out in such droves to support us like this, because by all aspects, it's an extremely successful tour, and yada 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 about the numbers and whatnot. But all in all, it's also been an incredible learning experience for us as entertainers and as people, to kind of like feel like we have this legitimized skill where we can go out and actually in person entertain people, and it's just such a delight to hear like the feedback from people who are going to these shows and getting such joy out of it. And this, it's a sense of accomplishment no matter what it is. It's a sense that, we feel very successful in what we do, and it's rewarding to know that not only like can we do the yada yada numbers and whatnot that impress the business people, but like just a personal satisfaction level, like we can bring joy to such a large number of people all across the world, and that's just a nice thing, and that's just something that it's that kind of thing that we never thought we'd ever be able to do. We never thought we'd be able to like do it on this sense of a scale, but it's happening, and it's already happening, and it's been super fun along the way. But that being said, would like to get home and see Chica. That'd be real nice. Make things, yes. God, I want to make things so badly. I need to find where to get a ghost pepper in Los Angeles. Does anybody know where in Los Angeles I can buy a not dried ghost pepper? I want a fresh boot jalokia. I want a big, throbbing, juicy boot jalokia. Like,
I think I've lost a pair of pants in this hotel room. Everyone keep your eyes peeled for stray pants.
Everybody keep an eye out for
ghost pants.
Ghost pants. Can you give me a glass of water?
I'd love to.
I'm so thirsty.
Do you trust the tap water?
Yeah, probably Germany tap water.
I've been drinking it.
German tap water, probably very clean.
I'm fine.
I'd like to think you coughed directly into the glass.
Oh, I did.
Perfect, thank you. Do you fart while you stream? I'm not gonna answer that question, because I'm pretty sure you're if you're asking that type of question, you're probably some person that is way too interested in my bodily functions, so I'm gonna just leave that one on the table. Let's see, farmer's market. Farmer's market might have that. Farmer's market by the Grove, that might work.
Oh, they might.
Yeah. Not 100%, but if there's a place to get some peppers, I mean, I guess that would be it, directly from the growers. But I don't know if anyone's bulk growing ghost peppers. Probably not the most money in that. Yeah, Santa Monica Farmers Market. Okay, so I'll just bounce around a couple farmers market until I find it. I'm sure it can't be too hard.
That would be fun if we cook. Get some fresh produce.
Cook with ghost peppers? I don't know if that'd be
No,
fun.
but if we're going to farmers markets.
Mm,
Kale.
I don't know about that. That doesn't
Kale
sound.
chips.
That doesn't sound good at all. I don't think
Make
that's.
some pasta.
Nah, I'm gonna go with a big no on that one.
What?
I'm just gonna.
Not a kale chip guy?
Not particularly.
Not even with like nacho cheese powder?
That sounds even worse.
They're so good.
I doubt that.
Like a kale orzo soup type situation.
What's orzo?
Like noodles, like somewhere between like rice and noodle. It's like a little bigger than like rice, but it's like flour based.
I don't like it.
It's good.
It doesn't seem based on a hamburger, so I don't like it.
How would it be?
I don't know. That's American cuisine, right?
Yeah, what's the first thing you're going to eat when you get back to the U.S.?
I don't know. Can't get Cracker Barrel, so.
Oh.
I don't know. no one's got any questions.
You told them everything.
Well, they seem to be discussing amongst themselves about the merits of kale chips.
What's the consensus?
There is no consensus. You think there's a consensus to be derived from chat?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, I'm all for people being like, kale chip is so good, but anybody that's like, kale chip is the best, and I'm like, okay, wait, hang on, slow your roll there. You know what?
They're good.
I know. I don't agree. I don't disagree that kale chips are probably good and tasty,
Very good,
but the best is definitely not the moniker to bequeath upon kale chips. Like, if there's any argument to be won, it's like, no, not by popularity, not by taste alone. Like, obviously, kale chips need to be outwardly enhanced by other flavors before they're
Just salt them.
sufficiently palatable. But the best.
I will make you kale chips, and you will love them.
I'm sure I will, but they're not going to be the best.
Does anyone want some cold medicine? You know what I realized? Because we're flying, we're not going to be able to take this with us.
Uh-oh.
Too big.
Uh-oh.
So, hope I feel better by tomorrow.
Wait, are we flying to Oslo?
Flying from Oz, or busing tomorrow, and then we're flying to
God damn it.
Berlin. No, we're busing to Berlin tomorrow, then flying to Oslo. But we need to have 2 nights packed as of tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not guaranteed that we can have our bags before that second show.
This is
I know, it's bullshit. I'm not gonna have
bullshit.
any cold medicine with me. What am I
This
gonna do?
is bullshit.
Look, this is where we overthrow.
Can't you just check a bag?
We're not allowed to. It's carry-on only.
That doesn't
It's one of those little Dinko planes.
That doesn't make any sense. Well, how do you know they have the same security protocols as America?
I mean, all the other places we've been are the same.
But this
They're a little more lax, but...
This is Germany we're talking about.
Anyone know if you're flying from Germany to Norway what the...
What the rule is on bottles of suspicious
it's
liquid?
not called TSA, but security check. Anyone?
I don't know what the rule is about the Amsterdam airport and having very sassy security people.
I was overwhelmed.
Those security people at the Amsterdam airport must have a hierarchy of pay based on how sassy they are. Because my God, it was infuriating.
I was like so angry.
Yeah. Because like he went to one of the things was like he was going on this tirade about a watch, and so.
But he was doing it in such a sarcastic way that you didn't actually, like, you'd ask a question and you wouldn't know the answer, and then that would just aggravate him more, and I'm like, I just need a yes or no. Yeah,
exactly. Like, he asked Evan, like, or Evan was like, do watches go in? And he's like, yes, of course, watches go in. Like, you know, he was just like, and then it was like, fine, and then he went down to someone to my right, and like, he was like, pointed to the watch and he goes like, watches go in. And then like I'm starting to take my watch off and he's like,
heard it.
Yeah, and it's like, did you not hear me? I said watches go in the bin, just put it in. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm going to punch you. Just shut the fuck up. Like it's like, and they've all got these like half smug smiles on their faces, like because they're like, I'm just joking with you, but I'm like, I don't want to be joked with right now, sir. And then like I get patted down by the same guy. And
then he switched like jobs, you know, like their shift rotated.
Yeah.
So that he continued to work with us.
Yeah, it was just like, oh my God, I don't like you, person. Just like as a human being, you don't need to be this smug. I'd rather have the impassioned, like distant, impassioned nature of TSA agents who hate their job.
Yeah.
As opposed to this asshole who just derives some crazy pleasure from people who don't know the rules.
I liked the woman when we were coming from LAX.
Yeah?
Who was like angry.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah, you were in the other queue. You didn't get her.
Mm-hmm.
There was a girl Okay, there was a girl going somewhere internationally, and she didn't speak very good English, and she had bought maybe like 10 iPads, like for her family, you could tell.
Yeah.
And they're like, you need to have each of like your larger electronics in a separate bin. And so this TSA woman is just watching this girl pull iPad after iPad, like out of every backpack that she has.
Oh, no.
And she's like, this woman is so mad. And like the girl was nice enough, but you know, okay, so you know how at TSA now it's like, you have like which is so much better, you have like a section, and then you don't move, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't understand that, so she kept trying to bounce between every different thing to grab bins, and she's like, this is not how this works, and she was just so unbelievably mad. Oh, it was horrible.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, I just need to, please.
Yeah. See, I've
never seen that many iPads in my life.
I'll take someone angry over someone sassy any day.
Yeah.
Like, every day, I would take someone angry. Because anger, you can deal with. Anger is predictable. Anger is like, okay, I get it. Like, someone pissed you off. I understand. You've been through some shit. Or maybe you're just easy to anger. Like, I get it. Yeah. Whatever. I'll be angry at you, and you'll be angry at me. It'll make us feel better. But if one person is sassy, the last thing you want to do is get angry at them, because then they're all like, oh, why are you so angry? It's just, oh, fuck you. Fuck you. And that's where the videos always pick up, because you see someone doing this dance and then they just get fucking knocked out to the floor, head bounce off of concrete, and they're dead. And they deserved it. Ugh. So just know, being sassy never pays. Unless you're me. Then being sassy absolutely pays.
Oh, I can't hear anymore. My hearing's gone again.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Did you see the meme recently? I forget what it was, but it was like, I was looking up like shitty memes yesterday. Deep fried memes. You mentioned deep fried memes.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I looked up deep fried memes.
I love deep fried memes.
And there was this one of them that was just a JPEG. It was like, when you're losing an argument, and it was just like, but the your was spelled Y-O-U-R, and then it's a card that's like, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. You start a card that says Y-O-U''R-E. It's like, it's like that embodiment of like that guy.
I would like to think that by calling this tour the You're Welcome tour,
yeah,
you've at least educated one person. Quietly, you know? I like to think you've helped someone. And not that I'm the kind of person who's like, no, it's your, but like,
yeah,
in a friendly way.
Of course, yes. Because if anyone ever, in any circumstance, makes that argument ever on the internet or in person, correcting someone of Y-O-U''R-E, you are instantly labeled a piece of human garbage, and you're next in line to be processed into Soylent Green. I'm just sorry, that's just the way it is.
If you had to start in a new tour right now, what would you call it?
Here's my balls, the tour. Mark's odd medical condition, and it's just a picture of 3 balls in a sack. Something like that? No? Is that not okay? Yeah.
I'm not saying it's right.
Markiplier's super family friendly tour. How about that?
I kind of like that.
And it's just me in a baby crib with like a bonnet and a bib or in a little pacifier. Something like that. But in reality, it's like a strip show or something like that, Magic Mike style.
That'd be fun to sell t-shirts for like a fake tour.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? Come up with something like that.
Magic Mark. Could do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would buy a Magic Mark shirt.
Hell yeah. All right, well.
Which is you and all the guys, like.
Could someone please make some fan art of like the Magic Mike XXL poster, but with the guys from the tour just all like, oh, ooh.
You oohed too hard.
I oohed very hard. God, how long have I been sick now? A week and a half? Over a week, yeah. This cough just doesn't want to go away.
It's still a productive cough.
Yeah, no, I'm getting shit out. Which I don't know if that is good or bad. it's just like I'm fascinated by my body's ability to make mucus. Like I never knew I had this talent in me. You know, you never know your body until you push it to the limit.
They
right?
haven't seen the picture, TM.
Oh no, they haven't seen the picture, TM.
It was the morning of the Amsterdam shows that he had to cancel, and you'd understand if you saw the picture why the shows were canceled.
Yeah.
He just comes out of the shower and he's like, "Amy, I need you to take a picture of my hand." The worst thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
I'll describe it. Yeah.
No, don't describe it.
I won't show the picture, but let me describe it. Hang on. Okay, so I was coughing up gunk, right? And I'd been coughing like most of the morning, and this was the first time I was able to get in a hot shower. And the steam of a hot shower can help loosen up some mucus. So I cough, and it's not even like a big like cough. Like it's just like and then just my mouth is just suddenly full of phlegm, and I'm just like, I like spit it in my hand because I want to see what I'm working with, right? I want to see what's infected me because you can get an idea, and it's just like this silver dollar sized glob of green, yellow, orange, and chunky like mucus. Like it was not pretty in any capacity, and I'm like, the first instinct I have is like, I gotta get a picture of this, and so I got to show the doctor because the doctor's gonna.
The doctor was like, "Oh."
Yeah, I showed it to the doctor, and the doctor, who was like, I think it was a German guy, was
I think
like,
it was a stereotype. I think they hired an actor to play a stereotypical European doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't believe it was real.
And so, yeah, I know. He was like the epitome of a house called doctor from the 1960s, and he was just like, "Oh, that's not good." Well. All right. So yeah, it was pretty fucking awful, but yeah.
It looked like something from Harry Potter when you do like the readings and like the cups, like the coffee or whatever, the tea readings. It's like that, but with phlegm.
I saw the grim in my phlegm. Amy, please look at my phlegm. Is this the grim?
It's just skull and crossbones.
I mean, if you coughed up a skull and crossbones or the clear depiction of the grim, then what is the grim? Like a wolf, right? It's supposed to be some sort of wolf thing. Yeah, but then you might be like, all right, well, I'm gonna die. I guess I should accept this. This seems like a very clear sign from somebody. Let's see, Mark, why the late stream? X Atomic. Everyone please educate X Atomic as to what time it is where I am. I'm sorry, X Atomic, you need to be made a lesson of. And you are unfortunately in the crossfire. So everyone please tell X Atomic exactly what time it is where I am, and make sure that he feels really bad for asking such an incredibly stupid question.
I think in all your streams you should have a time.
You should have just a clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
Oh no, because you stream at like midnight sometimes and people be like, go to bed. You know, I am digging the European like upload schedule / you know.
Oh no, yeah. Uploading at 5 in the afternoon.
Because Sean would talk about it, but it sucks because then you don't have any motivation to wake up early.
Yeah.
But also, it's
that's
so nice.
super nice. Yeah, it's super nice. Because I would have a motivation to wake up early anyway, so that'd be nice.
Although I also like the LA time being way behind everyone. It's kind of fun.
It is. In a way, it is.
Or I'm just used to it. I think East Coast is like ideal though.
Yeah. I think so too. I think basing things around East Coast is the best move, which is what I tend to do anyway. I've been trying to decide what time to set for my one upload a day.
Well, don't you normally kind of do around like noon Pacific?
I kind of do, but at the same time,
earlier?
I think like noon is this psychological time, and it's not in any way a beneficial time.
What you do is at 11:59 every day. Really, you know.
Oh.
Piss off everyone.
Get that notification out before everybody else. I see how it is. Yeah, that'd probably work.
Okay, that's a question I have though, because I don't do push notifications. But for people who have their like YouTube people on push notifications, does your phone just go off like 10 times at noon?
Yeah, what is that like?
Yeah. My mom does. I could ask her. Or she has like Twitch notifications or something.
Mm.
She's always like, Mark's streaming. I'm like, how do you know? I don't know that.
Let's see. The West Coast or the real West Coast of British Columbia? Amy, you have any thoughts
Wait, I didn't hear the question.
on someone from British Columbia claiming that they're the real West Coast?
That's valid.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Why not?
Why so?
Why not?
No, that's not how this works. That's not how arguments work. Amy, excuse me, you're presenting bad habits to people. I asked you a question, and then you can't validate it by being, no you. No you do. No you justify why I'm wrong.
Further west, right?
I mean, I suppose.
I mean, I don't know what else there is to argue. I think you need to argue why being more west is not West Coast.
Well, that's true. But
I think the truest West Coast is as far west as you can get.
then that'd be Alaska.
Okay, then fine.
Okay, then neither British Columbia
Yes.
or Western United States.
I think if the argument is that because you're more west, you're the true West Coast.
Then Alaska would have to be the winner.
Yeah.
Because that's where the time zone divide is anyway, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're all in agreement. It's not Canada. It's not Canada. It's not
If that's the
California.
argument, yeah.
It would be Alaska, and Alaska would be the true West Coast.
I'd buy that.
I'm okay with that. If that's how we're doing, that's how we're going to determine it. But then comes the argument whether the western side of Hawaii is farther out than the most western part of Alaska, because Alaska does have that doopeldanger, the little dangly dick, and therefore could be Hawaii.
Yeah. Well, who's to say that Japan isn't the real West Coast?
Maybe because Japan's whole thing is that the sun rises in the
That's
east.
True. Yeah, where does that leave Hawaii?
I think Hawaii's still in the time zone. Like, in the day ahead time zone as opposed to being the day behind. Or, no, day behind, day ahead. Markiplier, do you prefer glasses or contacts? Some people prefer glasses for the looks. I prefer contacts because I like being able to see unobstructed, or not to have my vision shifted, because that's something the glasses do, because my prescription is high enough that the world is just a little bit distorted from true, and I have these circles around my eyes. In all honesty, I'd rather just go ahead and get my eyes shot with lasers and get it fixed once and for all. I think that would be nice. And then I wouldn't have to deal with either.
Is there a reason you haven't done that yet, or just you just haven't bothered?
I just haven't bothered to do it yet, yeah. Because my brother got it a while ago, but that was before his eyes had kind of fully settled. But at this point in my life, my eyes have fully settled. Like, I'm not doing any growing anymore, so obviously, like...
You don't know that. What if you just hit like a mega growth spurt? Right now.
I'm a late bloomer. What if I just went through second puberty?
That'd be awful.
That'd be awful. Like, my voice gets like 10 octaves deeper. Just grow more, and everything's painful. I get acne again.
Well, you know how there's like I don't know the word for it. There's people who don't ever hit puberty.
Yeah.
Is there also the opposite, where there are people who have puberty forever?
Oh God.
Is that a thing?
I don't know, because puberty is like an ill-defined phase of growth. So it's like I think
it's like super big and not.
Yeah.
bullshit question, but.
But what if someone just freakishly went through a second puberty phase?
What's the people who are like crazy tall and stuff? Isn't that somehow like?
Well, they just have like no
who-
growth cap. Like some people just
right.
constantly are growing. And that's bad for any number of reasons.
Well, that's the only thing I could think that'd be similar.
Yeah, I suppose so. Are you saying there's still hope yet for me to be tall? Are you saying that,
You
Amy?
just get shoes with lifts in them.
Could choose with lifts. I could do that. Pull a Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I could do that. Get LASIK. Get tall surgery. Get some someone's testicles in my
My
kneecaps.
little cousin is the opposite, where they stunted his growth in his one leg.
Really?
So, well, yeah, because his one leg grew faster than the other. So it's like there was multiple options, but basically they're like you'd be a little shorter in the long run, but you'd have like symmetrically length. You have the same like leg length. So
Yeah.
they stunted the growth temporarily in the one leg.
There was someone from my
Catch up.
high school who was going through this like experimental treatment to make them taller. I forget if it was like.
I'm assuming it's just like a stretcher, like Willy Wonka style.
Oh, yeah.
Like Pooler.
Yeah.
Happy Pooler.
I forget if it was like for some medical reason like his growth was stunted, but I do remember someone going through that stuff and it did like affect him. But I'm pretty sure that's only something that you could do if you were in your puberty phase,
yeah.
growing years and stuff like that. But I forget why. There was some like important reason behind it.
Huh.
Yeah. But I'm also of the idea that you could just get on a table and stretch yourself out.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Why wouldn't it work? You tell me why it wouldn't work, huh? Mr. Scientist. Let's see. Do they just smack your pituitary gland around? I'd like to think that's how it's done. In some Hollywood movie, it's like the doctor like shrinks himself and a team down of boxers, and they just find they dive in your nose and they find your pituitary gland. They're like, all right, there it is, boys. And then you're just like, and you just start growing taller. And they never think to use the machine that grew people bigger and smaller
Right.
to use on this person. They just gotta smack his pituitary gland around. That's funny. You're funny.
Why is one of these glass handles plastic? Mr. Day Nurse, Night Nurse.
Okay,
Aw.
Mr. Doctor, you tell me why one of these. All right, I just like
Dude,
that.
taking medicine that's not written in English is terrifying.
Oh,
we just
God.
have this bag on the bus of like French medicine.
Yeah, no,
And
actually,
no one knows what any of it means.
that is one of the great things that like makes me realize, okay, America may have a lot of bullshit laws and regulations, but having uniform labeling, very clear instructions of what these medicines both do and are, not in their scientific names that no one would able to be determined. That is really
Like
nice.
active
that
ingredient at the top.
Yeah, active ingredient, inactive ingredients, what they do, emergency contact.
Just doesn't exist
Don't
here.
take this if you do X, Y, and Z. There's nothing on any label in any other country that has that information. Also, like food labeling, like allergy information. We're trying to see if Ethan's gonna die to some of this stuff
And
that
we're
we're
like trying
eating.
to Google what like peanut is in all these different languages and like nothing is working.
Yeah, so the one thing that
Don't
we can
make
say
sense.
about like all of the red tape that we have in America is, hey, at least that's there for people's benefits.
Yeah.
Like, that's nice. Okay, all right.
I
At
know
least we
part
can.
of it is a language barrier, and I'm sure like.
Oh yeah.
But for us, it's like I'm just taking something because it says sleep on it. Like I don't know.
Yeah, we just take some. I took something called chesty cough.
Anyone know what chesty cough is?
It was just called chesty cough, and I was looking it up, and I'm like,
I have
okay,
a
I would
cough.
assume that this would like ease my cough, like help loosen mucus, maybe a painkiller, and all it was a decongestant. Like it was a sinus decongestant in a thing called chesty cough. When I finally figured out what it was, it's like, oh my god, how do you all not die?
Ethan tried to do a neti pot thing.
Ugh.
That didn't work.
Yeah. All right, I think I got enough for a head start. I'll
Yeah,
sign more once we get to the venue. What time is it?
I think we have like a half hour.
Okay, cool.
It is 9:45.
Oh, Australia is really good with food and medicine labeling too. Good. Yeah, good. Because, man, it's lacking here in Europe. Ooh, boy. Very scary. All right. Anyway, we got to get going now. But thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to post anything offensive that I said on every other site. And give me that fan art of Magic Mike, XXL.
Yes.
Very soon. All right. See you guys. Bye.
Bye.